You are listening to the Hello Sport Podcast.
We ready to rip? Are you, Edward?
Yeah, sort of.
What's that mean?
Means I'm sort of ready.
Like, is it the sort of thing where you'll never actually be ready?
No, never. No.
So there's no,
Never
So
actually.
you are as ready as you'll ever be.
Well, I could get more ready. I'd be more ready tomorrow.
Yeah. Today, though, like, I mean, this is as ready as you'll be today. Maybe not even today. You might be able to get more ready as the day goes on.
Hard to say.
It is.
It's hard to say.
It is hard to say.
Because you can never know for sure what you're going to be like in the afternoon.
You just can't know. There's every chance you'd be worse, though.
I know I'd be better tomorrow. That I do know.
I could guarantee it.
Well, I know it to be true.
Yeah. I'd be better tomorrow.
And not one of those like, I'll be better for the run type situations.
I won't be better for this run.
I'll be better for the sleep
Yeah.
tonight.
What time did you go to bed last night? Did you have a good one?
Great one.
I had a phenomenal sleep last night.
I fell asleep watching TV. I don't know what time. Maybe 9:30.
I was at like 7-ish. Fell asleep in bed with Evie, and then Steph just woke me up, and I just fucking. I've had about like 12 hours, I reckon. Now that was 100% necessary because I didn't get much sleep the night before, grand final night. But like, it's funny how even a good 12 won't fucking shake you from your fucking.
No, it's not about the singular sleep, Tom. You need to lay them on top of each other.
You need to stack hours and
you need to stack hours. You need a couple of good ones back to back.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
I was thinking about this. I always do. I'm like, when you have just a fucked hangover, like, no one's worked out how to fix it. Like, there are things you do to improve it, but like, is there something you could do if you were to like go and sit in a sauna and just sweat fucking all the bad shit out? Go for a like stacking again. Are you stacking like?
Well, I don't get hungover
Feed.
really anymore.
That's not true,
I
though.
get
You
flat.
don't.
I don't get sick or headaches anymore.
I don't get headaches, but this is a hangover, buddy.
Nah, this isn't a hangover. No, absolutely not. Not the same thing at all.
I disagree.
I completely disagree with you.
I
A
disagree with
hangover
you, I disagree.
is headache, sick, nausea. That's a hangover.
Nah, I disagree.
Flat as a tackness, that's just lack of sleep, bro.
No, it's not. It's because of what you did 2 nights ago.
It's not a hangover.
It's what? But is it a result of what you did 2 nights ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not a lack
But
of
it's
sleep.
not a hangover.
But it's not a lack of sleep. This isn't
Part
lack
of
of
it.
sleep. Of course it's part of it. But that's what a hangover is. This is actually an interesting question here because there's no way we're going to agree right now, which is fine, right? But the last thing I want to do is punch on with you when we're not.
We don't need to.
We don't need to punch on.
No.
And it could have gone there because I would have fucking. But let us know in the comments, punters and dribblers. What do you think? Is a hangover just a headache the next day, or is it when you're feeling flat 2 days later?
Yeah, but that's something else.
It's all part of the hangover.
It's not.
It is.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Yes, it is.
But in terms of getting better, like what I've always found that works if you want like results, greasiness, Coke, a cola, back to sleep, then you've got to get the fuck up. And if you had the fucking stomach for it, light exercise, sauna, spa,
Ice.
cold plunge, you'd be fucking brand new.
Yeah.
But there's like,
You got to be a different
you
beast.
got to be a different beast.
You probably have a 6-pack if you're prepared to do that.
You got to be like a straight up fucking sicko
Yeah.
to get around that sort of work.
Yep.
I respect the hell out of you if you're that man or woman.
The only reason I didn't is because I don't have a sauna or an ice bath at my disposal.
You wouldn't have done it anyway.
Yeah, that's probably a good point.
And it's like you get into the I'd be steaming. Get into the steam room, quick steam. You're not in there for too long.
You don't want to be talking because you're already dehydrated.
Wait till you're dehydrated. Not smart footy. You probably you're in there for 10, 15. You'd be cherry ripe, I reckon.
I don't. This is by no means revolutionary. Revolutionary.
Revolutionary would be like you're like leading a revolution.
Yes. Well, this could be this could lead a revolution of change, but I don't think it is because I don't think it's that new. But
Revelationary is a word.
no, I knew that. Thank you, Dave. Before bed, you need to smash an uncomfortable amount of water before you go to bed. Like you have to flog yourself, waterboard yourself. I had those big pump bottles. Now, I didn't do this Sunday night. I did it on Thursday night when we got home from the Shortees golf day. Shout out to, well, it better be a Shortees golf day. Shout out to all involved. I fucking drowned myself in water. I was up pissing all night, but relatively speaking,
What are you getting out of it?
hydration. You wake up hydrated or way more hydrated.
But what are you getting out of it? You know what I mean?
I'm not waking up feeling as bad because I'm hydrated.
You don't feel bad?
You don't feel as bad. Definitely not. When you wake up and you're like, get me water, I'm fucking dry as a Jats biggie. It's like, and your piss is fucking fluoro yellow. In fact, verging on brown.
Yep. So you avoid that, but that's about it.
Well, no.
I'm saying, I know.
I'm saying it's worth it.
I reckon the headache is from
The headache.
dehydration.
See, I don't get the headache though. So like, I'm sitting here going, is it worth it for me?
You got to give it a go, dude.
But I don't feel like I need to.
But that's because you haven't done it.
But if it's just about waking up like super parched Jats cracker sort of stuff, don't really get that. And
But
if it's about avoiding headaches,
it's the general condition you're in, right? You wouldn't even know what the flow-on effect of extreme dehydration is after a bender.
can I tell you
So
what's
if you
what?
just fucking,
I can tell you what won't be happening.
you won't be drinking any water.
That.
No.
I'll be getting home, having a shower, into bed, done. See you later. Good night, nurse. I will not be down in the kitchen sculling pump bottles of water.
Mate, you don't need to be down in the kitchen. That's the beauty of the pump. You take it up there, you're sitting in bed. And also,
Your
like,
wife must hate you. You're laying in bed next to her at 3 a.m, fucking pounding pump bottles. I'd be like,
mate, she's
shut
out
the
to it.
fuck
She's dead
up,
to the
mate.
world.
Shut the fuck up.
Mate, you gotta make smart decisions.
Infuriating. There was a neighbour of ours, Tom.
Yours?
Ours.
Here.
Bathurst.
Oh.
Who used to drink so much water when they got home they threw up.
No, that was intentional, and that I will never do. That was Keefe, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Huge call.
But he was like, I've never been hungover in my life. So I respected that. But it was, again,
That's too much.
too much.
That's way too much.
But he's the sort of guy I would guess that would be like, he could.
Oh, sure, yeah, he'd train the next day.
He could train the next day based on that sort of commitment.
He would scull so much water, like in the litres, and then he'd make himself boot. And so he'd throw up all the water and essentially everything that he'd drunk that was still in there.
And then he'd go again, wouldn't he, on the water?
Yeah.
But not as hectically.
I think you scull till you boot it all up, scull some more water, go to bed. Like, what a torturous way to end every night you go out. Like,
See, I would almost not do it. Like, I almost
you
wouldn't
wouldn't
go
do it.
out because
Oh.
I'd be like, for the fear of that.
But the fear of hangovers now is a thing for me. When going out. Like, last Thursday.
I get it though, because you can't.
Shorties into, and then like Friday was work, sort of. I was in here doing some work, sort of, but I was in here. Into, sort of.
I've heard what you did on Friday.
Well, I think I might have told you.
It involved scratching your testicles.
Scratching my nuts, playing some Tiger Woods. And in my defense, meeting I was coming in for getting cancelled, which I can't tell you how happy I was.
Oh, was that the meeting with the Woolworths delivery dude for some peanut M&Ms and Maltesers?
No, because that wasn't cancelled. That one arrived right on time. That was...
Where'd you get Maltesers?
Got M&Ms and Maltesers. Had the Maltesers, then just went, someone get these M&Ms away from me. This is fucked.
Did you get peanut?
I did, but I gave them away to Tobler, who basically fucking and popped every single one in his asshole. He was so excited.
Really?
No, I had a couple of handfuls and then I felt sick.
What are you up to now, mate? Come on.
I'm not all the way back up. But
You at 90?
it's
Are you
been
back at 90?
It's been a couple of weeks.
That's
of
a quick
absolute-
5. That's a quick 5.
dude.
That's a quick 5,
That's a
buddy.
real quick 5.
Took me a month to lose it and 2 weeks to put it
That's a
back on.
quick 5.
Yeah, he's been living.
Back in the,
Are you
back?
back? Are you going to be able to arrest this some momentum, mate?
I'm gonna have to fucking start now before it gets any worse. Jesus Christ! This week I'll start pounding the pavement again,
Okay.
and then arrest the slide.
Yeah.
Arrest the slide.
I'm more concerned about you seeing some chocolate in the kitchen and thinking about eating it at 7 this morning.
Yeah, there was some chocolate fucking just like scratchings on a fucking chop board or something. It was a bread board. I was like, what's that? And I'm like, some chocolate left over that maybe of the mushroom persuasion. Tom's like, oh, thank God I didn't eat that. And I'm like, you would have just fucking eaten like random scraps off a board, you sick fuck.
Well, in the travels of cleaning up this place and setting up just a little light snack for breakfast.
Well, there was some
chocolate.
fucking pizza on the table. I'm surprised you didn't nuzzle into that.
No, I didn't
Well,
go
he
that
may
far.
well have.
Yeah, exactly. You might have it.
Yeah.
Let's not rule that out.
No.
Let's not rule that out. Shout out to Ronnie and the boys at Shortees. Inspired Unemployed. Better be golf day, Thursday. Fucking terrific day.
It was good fun. That was a fantastic day.
We played relatively well, Tom and I. That
Not
won't
too
shock
bad.
anyone.
Not too bad. Not too bad at all. You know, look, we certainly...
We didn't come home with a wet sail.
no, we didn't. Well, listen. I mean,
But we
that's always a
started
problem.
with one.
As the alcohol takes hold of you, you forget how to play a little bit. You know what I mean? If we'd really wanted to take it out, we probably could have stayed stone cold sober, got the dub. But by the end of it, I forgot what we were even playing for, you know?
I don't know I don't think anyone knew what we were playing for. Glory, I suppose.
I think, yeah.
I don't know if there was any sort of financial reward.
Oh, I think you might have got some clubs, actually. There was something. There was shit going on. There was, like, good prizes and stuff, I think. And some serious moves and shakers there. I got to say, seeing Mick Fanning in the flesh, too scared to talk to him, but just seeing him.
Just knowing he's around.
Just knowing he's there is nice, you know? Oh, there's Mick.
Just knowing he's around.
There's Mick Fanning. I'll just have a little glance over at him. Keep about my business.
Yeah.
Keep a couple of holes distance between me and Mick. Just, oh, yeah, there he is. Good to know.
You know, probably got, I don't know what, inside of 15, 20 feet or
Yeah,
something.
at our closest, I reckon.
Yeah.
That's right, yeah.
It's not bad. Not a bad distance, 15,
Nah,
20
it's pretty. I think it's a nice distance. You don't want him to notice you. You know, you don't want him to be like, who the fuck are these lingerers?
Well, you don't want to get done lingering.
Nah, caught lingering.
Caught
You
lingering.
get caught lingering, you're in a world of hurt, dude.
How can you explain a linger?
You can't. You also
Other than the fact that you're going to get asked to leave,
Yeah.
or you keep it up, mate. I'm on the blow to the cops,
but like,
because you're lingering.
well, but also more like you can't really come back from someone asking you to stop. Like, if you're like trying to linger around Mick, and then you get caught lingering, you can't come back from it.
No.
It's like, you all right, dude?
No,
Like,
no,
oh,
you're-
yeah, hey, dude. It's like, nah, you're done.
No, your cards are marked.
Your cards are marked.
How are you going to
Lingerer.
possibly ever ingratiate yourself to Mick Fanning
Nah,
if you're
he'll
caught
never
lingering?
forget that. You're like, oh, you're that lingering guy, aren't you? No thanks.
Okay, think about this, punters and dribblers. You know how they always say how important first impressions are? If your first impression of Mick Fanning is that you get caught lingering, you're in huge trouble.
Huge trouble. That's the worst possible outcome. Caught lingering.
And
you get a mug shot. And it's just like caught lingering.
Not on my watch.
Nah, fuck that, dude. I'd prefer he never knew who I was. Than
Seriously,
caught lingering.
that's how you play it. You play it like I know who you are, but I'm going to pretend like I don't.
I'm going to pretend, unless obviously there's like a forced interaction.
Well, I
don't pretend like, oh, who are you?
No, because that'd be
because
then you're caught lying.
Then you're caught lying, and it's a fucking embarrassing one because it's like, well, you definitely know who Mick Fanning is.
Oh, you don't
Shut
know
the
who Mick
fuck-
Fanning is?
Yeah,
One
right.
of the great Australians all time.
Right.
Okay,
This
mate.
sounds like a lingerer trying to act cool. That's what this is.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. So we played it cool.
We
Punters
played
and
it
dribblers
cool.
know that.
Don't you worry.
Played it cool by completely ignoring him.
Dan, never meeting him. Real cool from us.
But I glanced him.
Oh, yeah, we glanced him. He was getting...
Don't worry about that.
He
was
getting
definitely
shit
glanced.
glanced out of him. He knew that. He
But
must
I
have
wasn't staring.
You don't want to be staring either.
No,
mate,
you don't want
'cause
to get caught
No,
staring.
if you get caught staring, you may as well be caught lingering. You're just lingering with the eyes.
Yeah.
I wasn't staring.
Nah.
I
No.
was almost
I
getting
was
him,
glancing.
I was getting him in like tracking shots. I'm turning my head from right to left. Oh, I'm mixing the way. I'll have a little pause and then I'll keep glancing.
Yeah.
It's a panoramic shot, really. You know what I mean?
Yeah, glance.
It's just a glance.
Like, you remember you could get your iPhone and you could, like, pan it?
Yeah.
they'd be like, look at this fucking panoramic photo. Man.
Yeah, yeah.
Do people do them anymore?
I don't know, but it wouldn't shock you if Mick Fanning was in the middle of our panoramic shot.
Yeah. Yeah, with a big pause in the middle.
Yeah.
Don't get caught pausing either.
No. You're dead giveaway if you got a camera and you pause on someone. That's fucked. That's the last thing you want. There's a couple of things you want to try and avoid.
Pausing, staring, lingering.
Lingering.
Avoid them at all costs. And we did.
Yeah.
So hats off to Tom and I for
Yeah.
playing it cool.
So Mick doesn't hear this.
What else?
Well, listen, it was a great day.
Great day.
Great day. Just good fun. Good, honest fun. Shorties are the fucking greatest. As I've said a million times, I didn't know pitch and putt was even a thing before Shorties. I just never knew it existed. Par threes, top to bottom, everywhere.
I had no idea.
Check them out, fellas. We got a free. Ronnie and Scotty gave us a mini Shorties golf bag, which I thought was a nice touch.
It was a nice touch. A really nice touch.
We were in there ready to buy them.
We were. Want that on the public record.
We'll need that on the public record.
Yeah. Was prepared to
We
buy.
didn't have our little greasy mitts out saying, "Give us a little cute golf bag."
Not our style.
Not our
Although,
style. Well,
we will take three.
no,
we will take free things.
I will take them, but I wasn't asking for it, but I got it.
You weren't insisting on it either.
Where is our little one? Did you put it up there?
No, it's over near the other Manly one.
Okay.
Tobler hid it away because he thought you guys might forget about it and then he could take it home.
Tobler trying to.
You brought it in here?
Well, it was in my car. I don't have room for it in my house at the moment. And I'm like, to be honest, I'm going to bring my golf clubs in here. I usually leave for any golf escapade from my house, from here, which is an exaggeration in the extreme. It's only sometimes, but it just feels easier.
Yeah. If we're playing with Larry, I'm not going to drive you to get your clubs.
That's the only problem I have, right?
Yeah.
It's the only problem I have.
In fact, this office is further than all golf clubs we play at.
Well, East Lakes.
Again.
Played
further.
it once. Well, no, East Lakes is just there.
Yeah, but you got to go past it to get here.
Well, I'm saying if we was playing East Lakes and I was leaving from here, I'd be like, oh, thank God I got my clubs. Punters and dribblers, mums and daddies.
Haven't been a punter till you've been a net.
Nailed it, punters and dribblers. And just like Eddie nailed that, Ned's nailed the betting game. The best fucking app, the best platform out there. We couldn't love them more, if I'm going to be honest.
No, best in class.
Yep.
Absolute best in class. Like my sinning.
Yeah.
Best in class. Like the Panthers, best in class. Ned's, best in class.
I got into the old... so there's a new thing on the Ned's app, right, which is like profiles where you can share. So there's the group which we're in, which is the Ned About Even Ned's group. Secret passcode is Dribbler. But then there's now profiles where you can sort of like go and see how you've been betting. So in the group, obviously it's like you could troll back like 6 months and see every single bet you've put in there. But this way you can actually just see on your profile, like, and you can share which ones you want and everything, but you can sort of follow along different people. The first one I shared, bang, winner. Next 4, not as good, but it was nice to get off there with a winner. And I was sharing them into the group as well, bit of fucking flexing.
I don't think I've had any wins in there. Oh, I got Clive Churchill, Nathan Cleary, but otherwise, nothing.
Have you set up your profile yet?
have.
Yeah, profile's
have.
good fun. So anyway, get to the Neds app. You can join the About Even group. You can build your own profiles, follow on our profiles.
You'll have a profile here,
Love
mate.
a profile, but there's ponies coming up now, dude. Every Saturday.
It's pony season.
Pony Town.
Pony season.
You
Pony season.
can do all that on the Neds app. Shout to Neds. Chances are you're about to lose. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website. Got to play with the great and powerful Rod Wishart, which was nice.
Yes, we did. Big fan of Rods.
Big fan of Rod, of rugby league, former rugby league great fame.
Just had a bit about him, Rod.
He golfed like a fucking great. You know what I mean?
And he just had shitloads about him. And there was a couple of war stories come out. And
How about the condition he was in?
Oh my!
You want to talk about
God.
fucking holding form? That motherfucker.
Oh my God!
Veins in his arms, calves that'd make you come, like just ridiculous condition. Didn't see his body. I didn't ask him to take his shirt off, but
I know
he's
though.
packed up, right? He's got to still have a 60.
I filled in the gaps.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
With your eyes.
Yeah. I coloured him in, if you know what I mean. He was, and this is no bullshit, because I'm not in the bullshitting game, not today.
No.
He was in the best nick of anyone there.
Yeah. And there was like surfers and shit everywhere. Mick Fanning, don't make me remind you.
He was in impeccable nick.
Yeah. And we let him know. I let him know before I'd even properly met him.
Listen.
He jogged past us to the first hole. And I'm like, still got it, Rod. Still got it, son. He's like, who are you? Oh, sorry. I'm just a guy staring at your calves. Fucking hell.
Yeah, unbelievable nick, Rod Wishart.
Yeah.
Incredible form. Could golf too. Could yarn.
Could golf.
Just heaps about him.
Yeah.
Heaps about him. Like, was there old fucking feel-good war story yarns getting thrown around?
Yeah, dude. Was there some origin? Was there some Wally Lewis rhetoric going on?
Yeah.
I don't want to get too into that because I don't know what, listen.
Not our
Story to tell.
No, it's not our story to tell.
But
there was Wally Lewis was mentioned.
Yeah, were we threatening to maybe call Wally, try and get his number and call him? Let's prank call Wally. That was on our directive. I'm not going to put Rod under the bus there. He wasn't pushing for that.
We were
definitely pushing for that. Now, is that maybe too soon in our relationship with Rod to
but
Wally Lewis?
we became tight quick.
We did. Fast friends.
Fast friends.
Yeah, we might be going to their house down the coast for Christmas. Put it that way.
Put it that way. It was sort of like bromance at the end, like arm in arm, sort of hugging it out.
Dapping each other down and fucking,
That was powerful.
It was really powerful stuff. Tyron was shot. His son, Storm fame, was there. Great to see Tyron.
Big fan of Tyron.
Harry Grant,
yeah.
I didn't, well, listen, you're not a Wishart, Harry, but whatever. I didn't know how to speak to those guys about, like, when you go, like, hey, how you going, fellas? Fucking hell, bet you wish you weren't here and you were preparing for a grand final. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, they've just lost.
Yeah, but I don't. It's like, you get fucking humped like that. You know you weren't up to it. You know what I mean?
Fuck yeah.
Like, it's not like you lost a tight one or
but
you fucked it.
It's more, I mean, you're like, and especially because you don't know them. Like, with people, it's a little easier because you've got, like, shorthanded, but, like, it's like, oh, yeah, how you going, mate? Oh, yeah, good. Anyway, like, what's been happening? Getting fucking pumped by any rugby league teams recently? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. No, I know what you mean.
But nice fellas.
We I just spent a lot of the time talking to Tyrone about the state of New South Wales Rugby League.
You mean Rod?
And
you're talking to Tyrone as well?
Yeah.
You got the whole Wisharts down about the state of New South Wales.
I had both Wisharts.
Oh, were you holding court with dual Wisharts?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah. State, because at this point Freddie's stepped down, right? So now we're throwing names around.
Yeah.
Now we're starting to shoot the shit.
Yeah, well, maybe you guys.
Now we're talking
the
about
next
the
coach.
direction of the fucking state. We're talking culture, Tom. That's where we went.
And where'd we come to?
Nowhere.
Okay, good. Good.
Well, somewhere, but not repeating it. In terms of who can take over.
Can we beep it out?
In terms of who, like, mate, we didn't get much further than, like, Ricky Stewart, really.
That's all anyone has. Or now we've got Ricky and fucking Craig Bellamy, which is, like, okay, but, like...
Well, Craig was the ultimate, like, if Craig retires, Craig, come and do it for the nation, sort of state, rather. Because Craig's got, what, one more year, supposedly?
Well, that doesn't fucking help.
But we just need a stopgap, and then...
Guru. Rugby League Guru.
You said his phone was on.
Yeah, I know.
Was he called?
Don't know. Well, we were the first people to put him forward. I mean, I would have hoped fucking something's happened, you know?
You would hope so, mate. You would certainly hope so.
Also, Vaughan Blakey.
Vaughan Blakey.
Shout out to Vaughan.
Vibe.
And the old man, Alf
Blakey.
Some serious family fucking heat at this golf day, dude.
Well, obviously, we're big fans of Ronnie. Vaughan, lovely to meet him. Absolute weapon, operator. But Alf, the old man, it all made sense when I met the old man, Alf.
Yeah.
Like, I can't get it.
He set the tone.
He's a tone setter. He's a tone setter. He's a trendsetter too.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And he's a ripper and he's a tearer. Plenty about Alf. just a presence in the room. People were drawn to him.
Presence on the course. Well, mate, he was the oldest guy there by about 40 fucking years. And that's not a disrespect. He's literally like 70, so it is what it is.
Yeah.
Getting his shirt off when he's sinking like long birdie putts. You're like, that's what it's about, dude.
Shirt off stuff.
Yeah. And it was fucking Rod and then Alf, like in terms of Nick. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah, you're probably right. The old boys won the day, really.
Fucking oath they did.
You're talking the Nick stakes?
Yeah, Nick stakes, mate. They were in some Nick. Seriously, if I was a little bit more, gay, I would have been seriously getting off on it.
Just a little bit.
I'm just not gay enough, unfortunately, but I mean, almost.
See, I'm just about there, I reckon.
Well, listen, I'm also as a public place. You don't want to start. It would have ruined the vibe, I think, if I fucking started getting into me work on the course.
Oh, mate. And now we're talking a completely different... We're talking PM now, mate.
Public masturbation.
Highly frowned upon.
Yeah. I didn't know that was...
Highly frowned upon.
I didn't know that PM was acronymed until just now. I didn't know that there was shorthand for it. I just thought it was fucking... You kept it unspoken almost. You only really said it if you saw it. Anyway, great day. Thanks for everyone for having us. It was fucking mad. Had a good time. Streety and Seb, only people to ask and complain about their handicaps. Is there anything less shocking?
Multiple times. We were given handicaps on the day. Street and Sebo as a team didn't have theirs was 0 because they were good. Yep.
And from all reports, only 2 people to complain about it. In what is now commonly understood as the least surprising thing in human history.
I think Sebo had been there 5 minutes,
Yeah.
and he lodged multiple complaints.
Multiple official complaints.
Which fell on deaf ears. Ronnie
Yeah.
basically told him to get fucked.
Yeah, go and fuck yourself. Yeah, that's your handicap, cunt. You run a golf page, you play golf 12 times a week.
Shut the fuck up.
Yep.
We got 8, by the way. Went up to 20, so we were some respect there.
It was a respectable 8. I would have taken more, but I think that 20. Was generous.
We win with 20.
Fucking
we shit it in.
Oath we win with 20.
We shit it in with
Yep.
20.
Okay.
Let's move on.
I think it's time. Do you need to go to the toilet or something? You were looking like you're maybe going to go to the toilet. And just
No, I wasn't.
Your body language there.
I'm just like, may as well just move on.
No, I'm with you though. I'm saying it's time to move on. It's absolutely time. I was just checking your body language.
No, I would have got up.
Okay.
And I haven't.
No, but you were looking like maybe you were going to move your microphone, Nah, stop trying to trick me, bro. Sunday, Ed. Saturday basically didn't exist for me, so unless it did for you,
What do you mean?
I just want to go straight to Sunday.
I'll say this. AFL Grand Final, pretty good.
It was good.
Pretty fucking entertaining.
I actually, again, not to refer back to my rugby chat group, teammates, but cunts in there hating on the game. And I was like, this is a fucking great game. You don't have to watch it.
They hated the game?
No.
Or hating the game?
They were shitting on, they were like, oh, fucking AFL. And I was like, what are you talking about? This... shit on AFL all you want if there's something to shit on where you go wow, if you want to try and get a fucking same game multi that pays over $1.50, you got to put 40 legs on, or hey, it's a bit sort of kill the deal with a pill, or it's a bit frantic, or it's only good if you go to the game and watch it. There's certain things there are critiques that you can give generally about AFL, but when the game was a rockin', don't come a knockin' sort of stuff. It was fucking 4 points in it, close as fuck. It was a good game.
I thought it was enjoyable to watch from
Tense.
a this is tense as fuck perspective. Yeah. So I think that's probably a big call, saying it was shit.
Yeah.
Congratulations to the Port.
Yeah. Congratulations to the Pies. Just another team not from Brisbane winning something.
Nostradamus. Nostra.
Yeah, not Notre Dame, the sushi restaurant around the corner, which basically just fucking shut down without telling us.
That was Nataris.
Well, then we're both wrong. Both wrong today, and we can be forgiven.
But that brought on Sunday.
Fucking oath it brought on Sunday. Big old boys' lunch.
Not Sunday, Bloody Sunday, the U2 song.
No,
who
great
are in my
song.
head after seeing that Sphere thing. You see that sphere?
Dude, we got to go. Yeah, we got to try
That
and go
looked
there.
fucking.
Yeah, I didn't realize what I didn't. It took me ages to even work it out. And you know who was already in our DMs like 2 seconds after that video's getting around?
Johnny Go.
Johnny and Gay. We got to get here when we're in Vegas.
It looks fucking absurd.
It does look
cost
absurd.
2.3 billion or something
Really?
US dollars. That's the screen inside is like 16K resolution. It's like insane.
It's wild.
It's wild, but a really cool concept.
Yeah, it's a very cool concept. Very expensive.
Extremely expensive.
Like, if you have a concept that's worth $2 billion, you're like, geez, it's might be a bit fucking hard to fucking get going.
Hard to get that back, you'd think, but maybe not.
How are you making $2 billion back?
Well, how many people does it fit?
I'm not sure, but you reckon like the ongoing costs of it as well to keep it running and maintenance? would
Imagine
also
the
be
fucking
heaps.
electricity in that bitch.
Yeah.
Cleaning the screens.
Great point. Great point.
It holds 18,600 people.
Oh, it's fucking
It's
massive.
huge. And apparently it's steep as fuck, like massive.
Really?
Yeah,
That'll
yeah.
wig me out. But
So-
what's the ticket cost? And how far into the future is it sold out? Because if we go to Vegas, I want to go to it. Bet you it's sold out fucking years.
I don't think so.
20 years.
You reckon it's 20 years sold out?
That was did you hear the inflection? That was like a question. I was like, 20 years? Like how many years? You know, and you put like a question, you put like a sort of like an inferred question mark on the end of it.
No, you can still, the tickets for like the Sphere experience, which isn't any sort of specific concert.
They should have
or
called it the
anything,
experience, whatever.
them showing off is they go from $49 to 240.
I don't want to. I don't want that.
I don't want the experience. I want to go to something and have my fucking dick blown off.
Well, yeah, right now you two have a thing on.
We'll have to look into it,
It's-
maybe
yeah, there's not
ourselves,
much at the
because you're not
moment.
very
You're
good
not.
at this.
No,
Because you'd
you're
have to
not.
create like a specific show for that Sphere that couldn't really be played anywhere else. So,
What are you talking about?
like, if you're a band or an artist or whatever and you want to put on a show, you have to design a show specifically for the Sphere.
Right. But if there's fucking shows on when we're there,
Yeah.
you'll be able to go, hey, let's go to that show.
Yep.
Well,
So we want to know
What's on?
what's on at
then-
the start of March at the Sphere.
Yeah.
nothing
what-
yet. You
or at
could
the end of
probably see
Nothing.
you could see the Sphere experience, but right now you two are playing until like mid-October, and that's about it.
Okay. Well, hopefully they book in
Fucking
someone half decent between now and then. Not important. What's important? Sunday. Little off topic there.
yeah.
Oh, YouTube tickets $500, by the way.
There you go.
Starting at.
Yeah.
So what's 500 times 18,000? I cannot do that in my head right now.
200 grand.
9 million.
9 million.
Yeah.
So you got to do like 200 shows or something, right? I don't even know if that works.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
Sunday lunch, big old boys lunch. It was nice. Just fill the bellies.
Yum cha.
Yum cha. Loved it. That was nice. We then roll into what's that pub called?
The Newmarket.
Newmarket. Watch the Biffs.
Canelo. Absolute thoroughbred.
Pumped.
Pumped
Charlo.
Charlo.
Who afterwards, and this pissed me off.
Charlo got absolutely pumped.
Yeah, he did get pumped. What was your final score?
I think he won 11 rounds.
Absolute domination. Dropped once. But afterwards, it kind of shit me when he's like, they're like, oh, so what are you going to do back? You know, you go back down and fight. Is it welterweight that Tim Tszyu's at? What the fucking weight is?
Oh, it's like super welterweight or super middleweight.
And he's like, oh, yeah, you know, like, there's
welterweight.
Tszyu's fighting fucking, is it Mendoza? Like, whatever, like one of them. But you know what? I want Terence Crawford. And you're like, all right, bro. Like, are you going to come back and fight in the fucking weight class with a belt? Or are you just going to fuck around? Like, just fight the guy you should be fighting and stop. Like, you're just looking for money fights, which you actually can't knock him for, but you're just like, then don't keep, like, calling yourself the champ.
Yeah, I get that. But go and fight Tim.
Yeah.
And if you win, which you won't, then you can fight Terence Crawford.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, 'cause you got fucking pumped, dude.
You got pumped. You need
So
to-
you're
you need to
like,
get-
whether you like it or not, your stocks have gone down.
Yeah.
Not massively.
They still have
Because
to
you
go
went
down
up.
a little
Because you
bit.
went up 2 fucking divisions, but they've gone down, mate.
Yeah.
Because you got fucking worked,
Into the
worked,
ground.
mate.
Didn't look like you could do anything.
absolutely pumped.
Yeah. It was kind of a shit fight how much he got worked.
He looked like a child up there,
Hmm.
just getting played with. No.
Look, that was no, that's not what. No.
No.
No. He lost.
He lost.
Badly. And then it was all fucking... God, Jesus, it was hot, by the way. Not to just divert to some elevator chat, but geez, she was warm.
She warm.
She warmed today.
But we actively, like, we did pretty well to avoid it. There was a couple of moments there we were stuck out in the heat, but like largely on the whole, we were pretty good at ducking it.
Yeah.
Then we came in here, we primed her up with the fucking fans going, curtains closed, and it was quite nice in here.
It was, to the point where it then became so full of sweaty gentlemen that it became cooler outside than in here by the end of the night. It was fucking hot as shit in here. Filled with, honestly, like fumes of dribble and yarn. Like that's what the heat was, just off the back of good, honest fucking incessant dribble and yarn.
Yeah, it was incessant.
It was incessant.
It was redlining.
Yeah. By the time I left here, like 2:30, I'm like, I am tapped the fuck out. Get me into bed. I've dribbled and I've yarned and I've yipped and I've yahooed, and it's time for Betty buys for this guy. But a lot happened between that moment and when we got in here, and that was one of the best fucking games of rugby league football you'll ever see.
You're ever likely to see, Tom.
Yeah.
Sometimes the gods be good. And they deliver sensational rugby league on a platter, a silver one at that, to the punter and the dribbler. Now, I was of the strong opinion that the Panthers would get a good win in.
Mm.
Now we all know they won, but it wasn't an easy win.
No, God, no. Not even close to an easy win. It was a fucking hard win. But
24-8 down.
And when that happened, like, I mean, obviously
You're
anyone's like, oh, it's donezo. I was fucking, you know what I was seeing? I was seeing us sitting on the DMP with Denning Kemp fucking with his cock in his own mouth and just like sucking himself. And I was
Some
like,
sort of Ezra Mam t-shirt.
yeah, and I was like, just fucking
all very predictable.
kill me.
Very, very predictable.
Even though I was happy for the Broncos in that moment, because it was like 3 tries, bang, 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 out of nowhere, game explodes, and you're just like, holy shit, they're going to do it. Like, this is kind of cool. But I'm not going to lie, there's a part of me that felt like I actually still really feel I would have preferred to have seen the 3-peat. Like, this is mid-game, or in the second when it was all happening.
Yeah.
But you're like, there's no fucking way they're coming back from this. Most fucking points, like, it was the biggest comeback in grand final history.
24-8 at what, 57th minute, something like that?
Yeah, 56, I think.
56th minute. Ezra Mam, 3 tries in, 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Just went fucking berserk. Kid can play.
Kid can play.
But unfortunately for the Broncos, for Ezra Mam, for Denning Kemp, for the state of Queensland, or at least southeastern Queensland, there's a bloke named Nathan Cleary who getting better with age, fine wine stuff.
Well, fine wine. He's 25, but you know, it's
you know what I mean?
No, I do. It's ridiculous though. As I was watching that game, and like we have always been honest in our appraisal of Nathan as it pertains to state of origin, and I think that appraisal it has to still stand. But that's the only caveat I'm making here. Where when he did that, when he like fucking Leota try 40-20. Line dropout from Broncos. He puts his foot out. I reckon no one's even like it's not as obviously spoken about, but the fucking conversion for Stephen Crichton's try on the sideline,
tough. 3 meters in,
but exactly right, 3 meters in. But you got to hit that to fucking keep it, like, so that if they score a try, they're like, it was just he just absolutely went psychotic, and then to score the final try, I was like, oh, he's a great now. Oh, he's a great.
Just bang, back off the left.
There it is.
Everyone fucked. 3 guys, nowhere near him.
Yeah. Oh, he's a great. He's
Adam
Reynolds.
A great. Adam Reynolds fell off him like
25's young to be a great of your game. When he like
to 25, 26 now. 26.
Whatever.
25.
You're a great of the game at 25, and that's not like, oh, you've had a great moment. You're a great of the game, dude. Like, that's it. You're one of the greats, and you're 25 years old, 3 prems. In his speech, he's like, we're only getting started. I'm like, huh? Etch. Fuck.
Yeah, dude. He might, like, what might this kid achieve? You
That's
can
what I
almost
mean.
still call him a kid at 24.
Of course you can call him a kid.
He could play for another 10 years.
Yeah.
Think about that.
And the side isn't really changing. You're losing Stephen Crichton, which isn't nothing. It's not nothing.
He's so big game, dude.
Yeah, he is big game.
That try he scored, that fucking
was big
throwing
game
cunts
shit.
up. I'm like, you're big game.
Just through Stags.
I was thinking about it during the when we were at lunch. I'm like, I was just sort of we're talking punting, and I was saying to myself, you should get on Crichton because he's big game, and I just didn't. I forgot nature of the day sort of stuff. But that's what he offers. He's just big fucking game, huge game. Just always scores in these games.
I do feel bad for him in the sense that you've got 4 straight grand finals, 3 straight prems, and then you're off to the fucking dogs. Like, obviously, your moolah is going to be better, but you're like...
Not a bad way to go out.
It's a fucking great way to go out.
But you'd be looking at that 4th.
Because I don't, like... I mean, the Broncos seem right now like the only team that can do it. But then they're losing Herbie, Flegler. Flegler was one of their best players, and he has been all year, but they're losing Flegler.
Mate, the Penrith
Losing
Panthers
Herbie.
can win next year. Don't
They
worry
can
about that.
comfortably win
Do
next
not worry
year.
about that.
No.
Don't get your fucking knickers in a knot, bruh.
Could
They
you
can win.
imagine? Could you imagine how fucking gut-wrenchingly crushing that would be to be a Broncos fan and watch that? Like, we got the pleasure and the, I guess, leisure of being able to just watch that with no real care in the world. I was slightly like, Devo, they're not going to get a 3 in a row. That would have been cool. But to have your team lose that way on the back of 2015 when they lost that way, which is even worse, you're stacking up some absolute fucking gut-wrenching losses, and I am saying that with pleasure.
You're stacking up bed shits. Now, yeah, Nathan Cleary was unbelievable, but 24-8, 20 minutes to play, there's like, you got to start shouldering some of the blame, bro.
Oh, shit, yeah.
You got to start shouldering some of the blame.
Well, Nathan was great, but he made you miss tackles.
He did.
He fucking...
Adam Reynolds wasn't great in the last 20 minutes, sorry to say.
No, but and listen, by that stage, I don't have a great recollection of, other than the fact that his dropout, that Cleary basically put his foot over the line for, but like, I guess you'd have to say his game wasn't good, even if you can't remember it. Like, how the fuck didn't they just...
There was one moment, I think like mid-60 minutes as well, when they were up 24-8, where Broncos were down the Panthers' end, and it seemed like they were just playing real conservative footy, trying to keep their lead. And I think on last tackle, Reynolds just...
You got caught with it, maybe?
He gave like an inside ball when they were like set out to the right, and then they just took the tackle on 5th and turned the ball over, and they didn't really keep the pressure on. That was one moment Reynolds was like, well, he could have kept the pressure on a bit.
Tough.
Good to keep playing rugby league, mate.
Mate,
You got to keep playing footy.
A lot of footy to be played.
Got to keep playing footy, mate.
Got to keep playing footy. You just have to keep playing footy.
Because if you don't keep playing footy, Tom, then someone else on the park, you invite them to play footy.
To play some footy.
Yeah.
And Nathan goes, well, you aren't going to play footy. I'll play some footy. I'll play footy.
Yeah. Oh, you don't want to play footy anymore?
I'll play footy.
100%.
Sweet. I'll play footy.
Love to play footy. Will play footy. Did play footy.
Did play footy. I was blown away, dude. Like, and I know everyone, but watching, I was just like, what the fuck? There's very rarely in games where you're just like, wow. Like, wow. This is ridiculous.
Wow.
And you've got Joey being like, he's just elevated himself from a champion. He didn't say what, because he can't say immortal. Champion's probably the only one. He didn't say that either, but he just goes, wow. And Nathan Cleary just elevated himself from a champion. I liked that Joey left it open to interpretation. What does that mean? Champion, immortal? Probably too young for an immortal. In fact, definitely. But like 3 fucking prems in a row.
Well, I think, and I'm going off McCoy Davey here, but doesn't a champion become a legend?
Yep. Not an immortal, but a legend.
I think you become an immortal when you become one.
Correct. You don't become one before you become one.
No. Like, is Cameron Smith an immortal?
No, he's
Probably.
not.
But
He's
is he
not.
one?
No.
Whereas I think you could make a strong case that Nathan Cleary now a legend.
Yes, but not an immortal.
No.
Well, when do you start throwing around future immortal?
Yeah,
They
but you
do
can't.
with
Like, people say that anyway.
Future immortal is like, who cares?
Yeah, like, okay, is he? Might be, but he's not.
He's not, though.
You can't be a future immortal until you're an immortal, and you go, well, he wasn't a future immortal. Do you know what I mean? Because it's not written in the stars yet.
You're either an immortal or you're not. That's it.
I tell you what as well, like, I love, like heaps of people who are like, fucking, what, you fucking doubted Nathan Cleary, but now it's like, now what? And it's like, well, now I don't. He's won fucking 3 comps and he put in one of the greatest performances I've ever seen. How the fuck can you? And the doubting before wasn't about his, like, we've always said, like, mate, club footy, phenomenal.
Yeah. It's always been Origin. Well, but it's not even doubt. It's been like we want him to step up and haven't seen him do it.
It's not doubt because he does it, just not in Origin. But you can't do what he did in that game and not be like, oh, he is the real fucking McCoy.
Yeah. He's the real McCoy.
Dude, the real McCoy. As real as a McCoy's ever been.
I don't even know what a fucking McCoy is.
That's the point, I think.
Yeah, what is a McCoy?
I don't know. I was thinking it was a bird, but that might be a macaw.
That is a McCoy, yes. So the real McCoy came from a Scottish phrase, the real McKay, first recorded in 1856. I think it was like a type of whiskey or scotch or something, because the original Scottish thing was a drappie of the real McKay, which translates to a drop of the real McKay. First appeared in a poem in Glasgow, and that's the origin.
Not as cool as I was hoping, I'm not going to lie.
Not at all.
No. You know what I mean? Like, when you hear, like, the origin of something, oh, okay, it's interesting. Like, I don't know how that stood the test of time. You know what I mean?
That's
usually phrases and sayings are kind of cool for a reason.
It's fucking strange is what it is.
Yeah. Whatever he is that, though. He is the whatever the fuck that was. That's Nathan.
That's
Nathan, dude. That's Nathan. But, like, then you go fucking Ive. What about Ive?
Big Ive?
Big Ive, dude. I don't know how you'd handle it when your son's the real McCoy. I would have been crying my eyes out.
Well, I would have passed away with pride.
Yeah. Yeah.
Passed away with pride.
How'd he die? Just proud.
Pride. Too proud. He died of pride.
Yeah.
That's how he went.
Yeah.
You'd be fucking losing it. Imagine you're just watching your boy fucking take over, start to play footy. The only bloke playing footy at the end.
Oh, the only one playing footy.
You'd just be fucking foamy at the mouth.
97% completion rate? 37 out of 38 sets?
Absurd.
Highest completion rate in grand final history. Biggest comeback in grand final history. 3rd straight grand final win. Only kid playing footy, Nathan Cleary at the end of the game. Father dies of pride.
It's special. It's special. We saw history on the weekend, punters and dribblers. You don't see that shit every other day.
Nah.
You don't see it.
Tell me the last time you saw history.
So I hope you fucking sat there and soaked it up.
Yeah.
Drank it in.
Yeah.
Because you don't see history every day.
No, you don't.
You just don't. You do not see history every day.
No, you don't.
We saw history.
We saw history.
Fucking oath we did. 3 straight. Fucking ridiculous. 4's starting to whisper, call louder and louder.
I think 4's there.
Where do these fuckers stop?
Imagine if they got 4. And yeah, I was I can't remember where I was listening to this to, because I tell you what pissed me off. Can I tell you what pissed me off a little bit? And I don't know if this is there's 2 potential reasons for what I'm going to complain about here. Now, one is I was an incredibly hungover, broken little man and I couldn't find what I was looking for yesterday. Or 2, people aren't working hard enough. Now, the first thing is shout the fuck out to Rugby League Guru, who at 3 a.m. after watching the game for a second time released a podcast, so that when I woke up the next day, in fact, next day when I was still trying to get to sleep, I was able to go, oh, I'm going to have fucking my old mate Guru talk me through the game and just have, just listen to him. And if I drift off, that's fine, because I'll come back to it. Shout to Guru. Shout to bloke who obviously record very long shows, and that came out in the afternoon, as it always does.
Mm.
But Channel 9, right? Obviously they got the grand final, and maybe I couldn't find this Channel 9, so I don't know. Why in fuck's name don't you just cut the entire end of the game where all of your greats are talking about the fucking performances, about who's played well, about the reactions, about all the... Cut that entire fucking thing once the broadcast ends and just whack it on YouTube. Or fucking put it up as a podcast. There weren't a genuine amount of like post-game interviews or anything until like fucking 5 o'clock yesterday. I'm like, what the fuck are you guys doing? This is your product, dude. Allow me to fucking bend on it. Like, what are you doing? I was just looking for shit. I was looking for opinions. I wanted to hear about the fucking game. I wanted to hear about what all these fucking like legends think about it. And there was just fucking a dearth of rugby league content yesterday. Now, it was a public holiday, and I'm prepared to acknowledge that I may not have been looking in the right places. Because, I mean, there was fucking...
Where were you looking?
YouTube, Twitter, fucking podcasts. Like, there wasn't do you know what was on Wide World of Sports Twitter? Rugby Union. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Now, we have to allow for the possibility that Tom of Struggles fame couldn't find it.
And if it's the truth, I will apologise publicly or at least acknowledge it. And that's why I'm giving that caveat. But I'm pretty sure it shouldn't be that hard to find. NRL on 9 Twitter, NRL on 9 Instagram, Wide World of Sports fucking Twitter, YouTube. There was little bits, but there was nothing wholesale. And I've never seen, even after Origin, they don't do it. Unless I'm meant to go onto the website, like NRL on 9, but like again, it should just be everywhere. But I remember after Origin games, when you've got all the debrief, all the chat, everyone talking about things, everyone sucking each other off, all the reactions, they just don't have it. And I'm like, why the fuck isn't it just straight away up there?
Yeah, put it up. Just put it up.
I was so annoyed. And again, easily annoyed, tough hungover day. And maybe I couldn't find it, but Jesus Christ.
Well, then shout out to Guru.
Such a simple fix. Like,
shout out to Guru.
It's already there. If you're not going to have someone already talking about it the next day, the content's there. Just cut it up and put it online as one big fucking clip. Why wouldn't you do it? Shout out to Guru.
Shout out to Guru.
3 a.m.
Best in the business.
And you know what I loved with Guru? Because he was on Instagram the whole night giving his reactions. And so there's plenty where, like, there's just, going, fucking hell, like, they're doing a job on Herbie Farmworth defensively, like, those little ones where there's not necessarily something big. But then when there's, like, big moments, like, so funny seeing Guru's face, just he's fucking blown away. Like, when Ezra scores his 3rd try, and he's like, oh, my God, this fucking game. Or then, like, when Cleary starts coming back, and then when he scores, like, Guru is just coming in his pants. And it's so good. It's such good stuff. It's such good stuff.
Christmas.
Anyway, yeah.
Rugby League Christmas.
Anyway, season done.
Season 2023 in the books.
2023 in the books. All eyes 2024.
Good season.
Internationals. Good season.
Tell you what. Wouldn't want to be a Bronco. She'd be tough.
Tough, dude.
Yesterday would have been fucking tough.
Queenslanders lost all 4. They were in 4 finals. They were in the AFL, Rugby League, NRLW, and
The state championship?
maybe.
What's the state championship?
It's the winner of the Queensland Cup plays the New South Wales Cup.
Yeah, they lost all of them.
As I said, imagine if they lose, if they win nothing. I feel sorry for Adam Reynolds. Though.
That's who I feel sorry for.
There's a couple now, the last 2 that he's been in, where you just go, fuck.
And like, but the thing is, like, by no means is it his fault. It's just that's a tough fucking loss. That one,
not his fault entirely. Obviously, it's just he's the 7.
Yeah,
in games they lost.
Yeah,
that's what I mean by
against
that.
fucking Naif.
Against fucking Naif, he'd be sick to death of that cunt.
Yeah, he'd be sick of Naif.
Oh my God,
he'd be sick of Naif.
He'd be allergic to Naif now.
Yeah.
Surely.
Well, he'd probably have to have an EpiPen on him for when he sees Naif. Otherwise, he blows up like a fucking
an EpiPen.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Otherwise, he gets swollen and fucked
Yeah.
up.
He's like, well, he's got to have it, otherwise his throat closes over.
Yeah, can't breathe.
Yeah.
Naif's around. Take the wind out of his sails, sort of stuff.
Yep.
But they'll be a threat next year, the Bronx. Don't worry about that. Like you say, Herbie, big loss. Flegler, big loss. But they got some boys in that side.
Billy Walters, 40-20. Like, Billy's good. Billy's a good footy player. I rate Billy.
Set the tempo, didn't he?
Feel bad for him and Kev.
Yeah.
Kev afterwards. I couldn't watch the Broncos post-match press conference because it was so dark. I was like, get this off. And again, midnight hours, the fucking...
Yeah.
I watched the Penrith one, great. And then tried to watch Kevy and Adam, and it was just Kevy was fucking gutted, dude. He was like, "No, sorry, need something more upbeat."
Poor Kevy. He's a winner too, Kev.
Kev's a winner.
He's a winner. I think he won 5 in a row. Not in a row, but he won five from 5.
I think he's won 6 from 7.
6 from 7. He lost one at Raiders or something?
Something like that.
So he won 6 at the Broncos from 6.
Also, Nath now only at one of maybe 3 two-time Clives.
Who else has got a 2-time Clive?
Bradley Clyde, not Bradley Clive,
Bradley.
and then Billy Slater. So, like, weapons, greats.
So he's the 3rd.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Still no Dally M?
No. He's come second twice.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Very interesting.
3 comps. Fuck, that's impressive.
Lost to Tommy one year, obviously. Greatest fucking season of all time, Tom Trbojevic. Then lost to Jack Whiten in what we call a rugby league boil-over. But still lost. Have we spoken since we did since the Dally M's? I don't think we have. No. Kalen won it.
Yeah.
I hate that people are saying it's rigged. Like, I feel bad for Sean Johnson, and you could probably say, maybe you should have won it, but like, how the fuck can it be rigged?
Did you see all those, like, mate, my mate works at the people that collect the data and, like, do the score score checking and that? And, like, I've got it on good authority that the NRL wanted to rig it because, they wanted Kalen Ponga.
But that's what
no one has an answer.
No, I know, but I'm like, why would they want Ponga to win it? Like, I don't understand what the, like...
Good for the game.
Why is it good for the game? Why is Sean Johnson winning it not good for the game when the Up the Wires was so fucking...
No, because they don't want New Zealand rugby going that well now.
Oh, really? Is that what it is? Oh, okay. Nah. Why is that?
It's like Australia first and that.
Right, okay. So why would you have a team over there, though? Fucking hell. It was so stupid, dude. These fucking idiots. It was fucking rigged.
Yeah. Everything's rigged, though, according to fucking...
I know, but, like, how can you...
State of Origin's rigged, apparently.
I know. Sometimes, though, I'm like... That's dumbness on display.
How the fuck would you rig something like that?
And why? All of it. Like, how and why? What's the point? Why would you? What's the fucking... There's just no... there's no visible reason to do it. And so to come out and say it, you're like, this is dumb.
Doesn't make any sense.
You are coming across as dumb.
It doesn't make any sense.
Love Jazz Tavanga coming out. He wasn't saying it was rigged, that he was doing a serious Kanye, which was like fucking congrats to Ponga, but Sean Johnson should have won it. You're like, Jesus Christ, what's the point of that, Jazz?
It's good from Jazz. He's just sticking up for his team, mate. I get it.
Gloves up sort of stuff.
Rig butt.
A rig butt. Fucking
definitely rigged. If you wanted to say one was rigged, isn't the Brownlow, didn't like that Neil guy?
Yeah, people were pissed off about that.
Didn't he get like 3? He got 3 points in a game where he didn't barely touch the ball.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. The refs vote on it. And listen, like, shout out to refs generally, but like, I don't trust a referee voting.
No, I don't agree with that at all. No offense.
No offense to refs, but I wouldn't have refs vote on it.
Well, listen.
You haven't played. Not ready, don't spread it. Sort of stuff, you know what I mean?
Well, I just, how well do you know the game? You're a ref.
Listen, I know you know the rules of the game.
Yeah, not the same thing.
Not the same thing. Shout out to Adam G, though, did ref well in the grand final, but no, not the same thing. Ref very well, actually. Barely noticed him.
Yeah, he ref real well. Great. Really, really nice performance.
Dude, there was a camera shot from the game on the weekend where it was I think maybe in the second Ezra Mam try where Reece Walsh gets it, bang, off the left, Nathan Cleary misses him, then he's like back off the right, palms fucking Tango or someone, but there's this front on camera that's in like whatever 8K, 4K, whatever, some ridiculously, and it's one of like the best looking rugby league shots I've ever seen. Can you try to find that, please? It's like a slow-mo front on, doosh, and Reece just flying through. It looked fucking incredible. But I can't remember. I was talking about it with Hickey, I think, when we were here, and it was like, remember when the first super slow-mo shots came in cricket? Like, that's when we first saw them. It's like Andrew Symon's just like fucking slowly like cutting on a ball or something. And it was like, wow. You remember that? Like, it was a fair while ago now, but when those like, what was it? What sort of frame rate is that?
I remember when HD came in, and I remember watching like Roland Garros or something being like, I can actually see the ball now.
Yeah.
Other before it was just like a pixelated dot.
Yellow
you know
thing
what I
that
mean?
flew. Or like when you hit like the puffs of like sand coming up from the
You could
ground
see
and
the
shit.
net. You could see like the
Definition
the
of
squares in the net. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wild
Good
times.
wild times.
Wild times.
Now we take it for granted, for granted, which is why I wanted to just shout that shot out,
Nice.
particularly.
Did you have a video that you were going to show us, Dave?
I've got this one. There was one that Tobler was talking about of Mick Fanning in the change rooms, but I haven't been able to find that one.
Yeah, just him giving like a speech to the boys on the field afterwards.
Oh, yeah, I heard that. That was all right. Did the Wallabies win?
Yes.
Jokes. Didn't care.
Georgia almost beat Fiji.
Yeah, I saw that. How about Tyson Fury booking a fucking fight for after Ngannou already with Usyk?
Yeah.
That's like the most disrespectful fucking thing I've ever seen in my life.
Did you see what Eddie Jones said about the Fiji-Portugal game?
What did he say?
He said something like, because Portugal, basically Fiji can't get a single like ladder point, bonus point or draw or whatever for Australia to make it. And
There's still a way we can make it, isn't there, in some fucked up world? I told you.
Portugal just need a win by more than 7 points. So Fiji don't get any bonus points. But yeah, Eddie Jones said, I might give my credit card to Marika and someone else and tell him to give the boy some kava before the game.
There's nothing wrong with that, is there?
Nothing wrong with that. Just Eddie Jones being Eddie Jones.
Oh,
I
you're
guess.
right. No, sorry. I was just trying to work out. I couldn't, because Dave's saying it. I'm like, wait a minute. Is Dave like saying this is fucking awful? It's just Eddie Jones. Eddie Jones is fucked up enough this World Cup. That to me is just a bit like, yeah, I guess you got to make jokes, Eddie, because everything else is fucked. Tell you what, Carver will fuck. Have you ever had Carver?
Yep. Oh, but I was pretty young.
I've been fucking bombed on Carver before. That shit'll fuck you up.
How do you feel?
When you're on it,
Yep.
you feel drunk, but like it's a different type of drunk, but it's that sort of a vibe. Fucked. I was booting and shit. You're like drowsy, but not like
Right.
sleepy.
Right.
Yeah, do you remember when former Deputy Prime Minister Michael McCormack passed out at a like leaders meeting in Fiji because he sculled the whole thing of Carver and he had to be carried out?
I definitely don't remember that, but that to me is also play on. I don't know who that is. I've heard the name Michael McCormack, but I wouldn't. Could you pick him in a lineup?
No.
No, I couldn't.
Should I?
No, I don't think so. Also, if he just had one bowl of Carver and passed out, he is such a bitch. That's like real politician shit. And I'm saying that because genuinely, like one bowl will not fuck you up. You need to be there pounding it.
Right. So you got to get into your work.
You got to get into your work.
Right.
Like it's not one. It makes you numb though. Like your whole mouth goes numb.
So you got to get into your
You
work.
have to get into your work.
Right.
You got to be playing footy.
Yeah. Got to play rugby league,
Is
mate.
anything? What's going on here?
When you're
Dave?
drinking Carver, you got to play rugby league.
You got to be playing rugby league if you're gonna go. And
Are we watching anything? I feel like we're in limbo here.
Yeah, it's like a
the
picture of a
YouTube
deer.
is in limbo saying it's casting, but it does not look like it.
Is this a good shot?
Yeah, it's the highlights package, and I think they got the good shot in here.
Ezra's a fucking weapon, dude.
Weapon. Absolute weapon.
Look at that though, Nathan
Yeah.
and fucking Isaiah.
Also, do you reckon Isaiah should have been allowed back on the field?
I was not in a state to judge.
You were probably in a similar state to him.
Yeah. Look at this step, dude. Bang!
Jesus Christ.
Nathan just left for dead.
Freak. Absolute freak.
This
What?
was game over.
Yeah. I think they felt like they'd won at this point, which is a big mistake.
Please show the
Big
front on
mistake.
here. Look at those. Look at that, dude. That was just so good from Reece Walsh. Please give us
Show
a
me
front
the
on.
front.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at this. Bang. And then look at this palm, dude. Push. And like, in 8K or whatever the fuck it's called. Like, this is probably a little bit grainy because of the casting. It was fucking...
That's a beautiful shot. It's a beautiful shot. Yeah. There's a bit of we've won the grand final about that.
Yeah.
Well, there were almost shades of 2020 grand final. Penrith down, I think, 26-0 or 26-4, and their comeback was a bit too late that day, but got the job done this time.
Nathan Dummies goes. Moses Leota.
Big Moses. Look at him chuck that seed. Yes, brah. It's beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff.
It was a fucking good game, man.
Yeah, it was. It was an absolute ripper.
The amount of salty people who are like, you know, Penrith then like, oh, we're the best to ever do it, undisputed, all this sort of shit. I'm like, they fucking pretty much are. It's like, no, you can't compare errors and shit, so sure, you'll never really know, but like, this is a salary cap era fucking rugby league side who have absolutely bitched every single person they've come up against for 3 years.
And it's professional as fuck.
Yeah.
Which means the best of the best of the best.
Of the best. And in their last 2 games, they've made like basically like 3 mistakes.
Absolutely absurd. All right. Good stuff.
Good stuff.
Is that footy?
Well, that's footy, mate.
Well, they've just announced
40-20. Look at that.
That 40-20, dude.
That's a fucking...
That's a 40-20.
40-20. That's insane.
Just calmness, dude. 25, calmness. Look at the chin, dude.
That chin's working over
I feel
time.
like the chin's getting bigger with every fucking comp they win.
I think there's probably a bit of truth in that, mate,
That
to be
thing might
honest.
fold back in on itself soon.
I think there's a bit of truth in that. I really do.
And like Luai was off.
Luai was off.
at
yeah.
HIA for 15 minutes.
Sorensen was off.
went off.
Bang, look at that.
Well.
Just a fucking beast.
That was a pretty weak fucking try, right? Like,
But he scores it.
no, I know. No, as in, it wasn't weak. He's thrown off all these guys. I mean, like, that's just shouldn't happen.
No.
Says a guy who fucking can barely run 2.5 kilometres.
Oh, bang.
Look at that. Like, 3 guys just bounced off.
Does he bish Katoni? Is that what happens?
Yeah, it's Katoni.
So Katoni gets bitched, and then it falls apart. See you, bro.
Bang.
Nah.
Oh,
Nah,
that's good.
nah,
And then Cobbo
nah.
just flies off.
Try time. Scotty S. Fuck, how's he get that away? Crichton had some sharp little kicks
Yeah,
here,
he
dude.
did. Look at this. Forced a repeat set.
He does it twice.
Look at how big he is up against Flegler. We are just watching the highlights, punters and dribblers. Like, how big he is. You see Flegler's a fucking front rower, and then you see Crichton just standing there in front
He's
of him.
huge.
Like,
He's fucking massive.
ridiculous.
Fucking enormous.
Mate, at
You'd be
this
starting to
point,
wig
9
here.
to go. Broncos still up. 9
But
minutes to go.
you're starting to wig.
Absolutely shit your pants.
You're starting to have fucking nightmares, bro.
That
There, look at
tip-on
this.
was
This is
fuck-
clever. This is really clever. Look at that. Oh, no,
Oh,
it's the
no.
next one. It's the next one.
Cleary. Bang. Oh.
See ya, brah. 76-36.
That is...
That's
fuck.
wild stuff.
That is wild, wild stuff.
It's rugby league.
That is rugby league, punters and dribblers.
You're gonna love it.
They did just release the Kangaroo squad. If you
Yeah?
could be
Oh,
bothered.
yeah.
Yeah. Let's have a look.
I wonder if someone like Ezra gets in. Adokar, Carrigan, Cherry Evans, Cleary, Cobbo, Collins, Cotter, Tino, Flegler, Harry Grant, Payne Haas, Val Holmes, Ben Hunt, Liam Martin, Cameron Munster, Cameron Murray, Tony Staggs, the Hammer, like that. Teddy, Jakey, Isaiah, pretty much. Is there anyone new? Cobbo's new. Hammer's new. Maybe
Flegler?
Flegler, yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, no.
Liam Martin. Kalen Ponga missed out.
Interesting.
Few people unavailable. Josh Adokar named despite getting KO'd on the weekend.
Oh, yeah, and the Koori knockout. Everyone was like, Tai Tuivasa punched him in the fucking face. It's like, no, I think it was just a tackle.
But then I read somewhere that fucking Adokar dropped someone.
Where'd you read it? Because like there were like messages going around and shit, weren't there? Like,
There was a bloke, someone in Punters and Dribblers said he was there.
and he said Adokar dropped someone.
Yes.
And then got
flogged someone. Like, I think he got knocked out in the tackle and then flogged someone.
got up and flogged someone.
Apparently. Like, there's a lot of
How is there not any footage? Or is there?
I think this might be footage from just after.
Oh,
And then apparently they fucking punch on.
I think
It was in the
like
car park and shit.
Yeah.
Well, not the car park, like the back
training
oval.
fields
Yeah,
and
training
shit.
fields, yeah.
oh,
Float
geez.
out
Went for
of
like
those
10
fields.
minutes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And there's not footage?
Like-
in 2023? That's the most disappointing news story of the week.
10 minutes it went for, just people throwing down. The coppers had to get involved. Break
Hell
it up.
yeah. Shout out to the Koori Knockout. Fucking Georgie Rose's team won. The Walgett Aboriginal Connection, I think. Who
Yeah.
I think are in that blue. And I'm like, do you want to
Yeah,
start
that's the
throwing
red
down
team.
with a bunch of dudes that have No Limit as their sponsor? Probably got some fucking animals in there, dude.
Did anyone see that?
Bro, sorry. Have you seen Jimmy Butler? Can you just get up Jimmy Butler's hair in like the post? There might be preseason workouts or some shit on it. Jimmy Butler
Is
is
this
a
real?
Yeah, dude. Jimmy Butler is a funny motherfucker. I can't believe this. Dude, he straightened his hair and
Are
he's like,
you serious?
yeah, can you find his interview? He's like, I'm emo.
Dude. That is so good.
Like, he's got to be a troll, right? Got, like lip rings and shit.
I'm emo.
Jimmy, last year you came out with
his nails
dreads,
painted.
man. What's this?
I had dreads last year.
Yeah, you got the dreads.
What's this?
Yeah.
This is my emotional state. I'm one with my emotions. So this is what you get.
Jimmy, what are your emotions heading into the season after going through what you guys went through in the finals, but the whole postseason run?
What the fuck, dude?
It's a new year, new season. We came up short. I didn't do my job. We didn't do our job as a whole last year. It's a new season. I'm excited for it.
All right. There's enough there. It's mainly just the
He's a
fucking
fucking dribbler.
He's a fucking. That's so bizarre. You either he's just like he's lost a bet. He could just be trying to bring it back, or he's just a troll. But also the other thing in Yank sports, have you seen how fucking hard the NFL is dick riding Taylor Swift?
Yeah.
Like, it's actually too much.
They're just squeezing the lemon.
But it's like, dude, play it cool, hotshot. Like, relax. Taylor Swift is coming to some games. I'm sure it's not the first time fucking celebrities been at your NFL games. Like, dude, I'm pretty sure on their Twitter, she is their fucking banner photo.
Mate, it was like, look at the numbers of how much she's increased viewership.
Oh, and like,
interest.
dude.
So like, I get it.
No, massively, but it's kind of lame. Like, as in, she's doing that regardless of you fucking putting it like her as your Twitter bio or your Twitter. Like, those things don't really matter. Her being there, sure. Cut her in the broadcast a couple of times, sure. But like,
If it was their Twitter banner photo, it's not anymore.
no, it's not anymore. It was. It definitely was.
But yeah, so viewership for teen girls aged 12 to 17 rose 53% from last year.
Travis Kelce's jumper, 400% increase in sales.
She's a needle mover.
Oh, fuck yeah.
She's a needle mover. Have you seen all those videos of like women saying that
That
the best thing for Travis's career has been Taylor Swift, and like
Taylor
he
Swift
wouldn't
made her
fucking no one
famous.
would know who the fuck he is if it wasn't for Taylor Swift, and these cunts are just blowing up like that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard, just like stirring the pot.
Yeah.
So good.
That is good.
So fucking good.
But like, she's rocking up this. There's a part of it where like, I wonder whether if you're her, whether you're almost like, what the fuck? Like, can we chill out a bit? Whether you feel that way or you're just like, whatever.
I think she'd be very used to it.
I know she'd be used to it, but like, oh, I'm dating this new guy, and now all the NFL talk about is me and him. Like, is he a bit like, fuck, there's a bit too much, not pressure, but like a bit too much coverage? Maybe he just likes the fame. But like rocking up with Hugh Jackman, fucking Ryan Reynolds, Sansa, like Jesus Christ, the fucking Gossip Girl chick, Ryan Reynolds miss her.
Oh, it's Blake Lively.
Yeah, Blake Lively. Seriously.
Yeah, the NFL has a tweet up 20 hours ago. The Chiefs are now 2-0 with Taylor Swift in attendance.
That's
and it's
it.
a video
It's my
of her at the
Chiefs,
game.
dude. It's my Chiefs.
Your Chiefs.
That's
Chiefs.
cringe, Tom.
Your Chiefs.
My Chiefs, bro.
Cringe.
I've been a Chiefs man since I was high school. It's like
Liking the
15 years,
season? How's the
dude.
season been going?
Well, mate, it's been going all right.
Yeah?
Backing up after a championship. It's been good. Yeah.
Yeah, how the boys going?
They're 3-0, I think. Pretty sure. Definitely 2-0.
They lost the first game of the season.
Nah, I don't think they won it. I think they won it. They definitely won the last two since Taylor's been around. I don't know.
My Chiefs.
My Chiefs, baby. Punters and dribblers, just when you think it's all over and there's
not.
nothing else to think about, you're fucking wrong.
It's
You're
not all
so
over.
wrong.
It's not all
It's
over.
just starting. It's really just starting. Footy's done, but there's international rugby league. But you know what's coming up this Thursday, other than the aforementioned Big Day Rosé drop, which goes on sale 6 p.m. hellosport.shop, which you already know because already mentioned earlier in the podcast, or at least we recorded it after the fact and inserted it in. Cricket World Cup. Cricket One Day World Cup in India, all games live and ad-free on KO, who bring you this conversation, funnily enough, Thursday, dude. Oh, great. Well, now we've got fucking cricket in a forgiving time zone, in daylight savings.
I'm blessed.
Blessed, dude. Hashtag blessed.
Blessed. What are the chances? What are the odds
I feel like
that rugby league should finish? We get one of the great GFs all time, and a mere 4 days later, the gods, who also like cricket, go, how about a World Cup for you?
Yeah.
50 overs. You know that one that you've fucking dominated in its history? I think 5 times champs. 5 times. Yeah, 5 times.
Look at T.
3 more than anyone else. That team. Go to India, we try to fucking get that dub, baby.
Yep.
Try to get that dub. Like, yeah, our warm-up games have been a little indifferent.
You know, that's just us playing
Who
possum.
gives a shit?
We're playing possum, dude. Everyone
Who
thinks we're
cares?
shit. We roll in, we win.
It doesn't matter, mate. What matters is winning when the lights are on, baby. When it's bright like cricket, that's when we get the dub.
When the winning's there to be won.
Well, that's exactly right, Tom. Why would you bother winning when there's no winning to be won? Why would you bother?
I wouldn't.
Of course you fucking wouldn't, mate. Of course you wouldn't. Have they announced the team, the squad?
I don't.
Who's our first game?
There's
What time
definitely
are we
squad.
playing?
So tonight there is our last warm-up game against Pakistan that kicks off at 7:30.
Yep.
Then on the 8th, which I believe is the Sunday, that's our first game of the World Cup against India. That's at 7:30. Then we've got South Africa, Sri Lanka. It's a round robin tournament, so everyone plays everyone.
Why the fuck would our first
Is
game
it round
be-
robin? Or
It's
they
No, yeah, it's round robin, and then there's the semi-finals.
so they don't have the pools anymore.
No, it's 10 teams, ladder, top 4 go through.
So we play everyone.
Yeah,
So we play 9 games.
I believe so. Let's count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah.
Wow. That seems like a lot. Holy shit, dude. And who are we playing Sunday? 7:30?
Sunday, India. Kicking it off. We got India, South Africa first 2 games.
Great. Just get a couple of fucking early wins.
Mitch
Why the
Starc-
fuck are we only playing? Like, if it kicks off, so maybe what do India play 2? Like, is India's second game against us in our first game? India surely kicked the tournament off, right?
Let's have a look. The first match is England, New Zealand. That's Thursday night. Then Pakistan,
odd.
Netherlands Friday night. Not India's first games.
Do you think
against
that's
us on
weird that
Sunday.
in your own home World Cup you don't play until 3 days into the fucking tournament?
Well, maybe they wait till the weekend.
Yeah, then maybe they
Didn't
just
wanna
wait
have-
until Sunday.
Jeez, I don't know if it even fucking matters in India, right?
Plus, the first game is England, New Zealand, which is a replay of the final from last World Cup.
Cool, but like, give me Australia. v
That
India
that
first.
feels like fucking ages ago.
Yeah, is that really the last one-day World Cup?
Yeah, it would have been 2019.
Dude, that was obviously pre-COVID. That was back when Daddy was fucking
that
just a
feels
radio producer.
That feels like 10 years ago to me.
Yeah. I remember watching that at 4 in the morning,
Fuckloads
dude.
happened since then.
Heaps has happened. Well, the world's different. But to me, I thought there's definitely been one before then. You know what I mean? I know there's been some 2020 ones and shit. And
Yeah, but the 2020s are every 2 years, so that throws you.
Yeah.
Plus, I think they
throws you.
missed one with COVID, so there was like 2 years in a row. of
Yeah,
2020 World Cups.
Fucking hell, that's crazy. In 4 years, the fucking face of the planet has just flipped.
Completely different one.
And then it's also largely exactly the same, but it's also not.
Well, it's definitely not, but it also is.
But it also is.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Definitely is, though.
But that feels like fucking ages ago.
But it is, Eddie. In terms of, okay, even if you just remove how much the world's changed, for you and I, it's changed.
like, part of me feels like that's an older tournament than 2015 when we beat New Zealand.
Now, that one, I think we were watching that together, weren't we? Or
Yeah,
at least
at
the
the
first
Oak.
couple of balls.
At the
No, well, then I don't know if I was with you.
Yeah, you were at the Oak.
I
And
s-
Brendan McCullum, we'd watched the first two balls at home.
Yeah, that's right, with Mitchell Stark.
Yeah.
2015?
Yep. Wouldn't mind. Listen, I think we can all safely assume that we're not going to win the Rugby World Cup. Okay.
Well, hold on, because they just need Fiji to lose to Portugal and also not to secure a bonus point, which obviously is unlikely.
So Portugal need to beat Fiji by 8 or more.
And Fiji can't have like a
4
3-try
tries.
bonus point.
4.
Yeah. Whatever the fuck it is.
Which,
It would be hilarious.
I tell
and
you what,
so
I
unnecessary.
tell you what, it'd be a weird week. Being in the Wallaby squad in England, or in France rather, this week. Like, are you training? Are you preparing?
They've played all their games, right?
Yeah, but they've got to wait for this weekend for Fiji to play Portugal.
You probably just have the week off, don't you? Not if Eddie's probably still flogging them,
Or do you?
getting them some soft tissue injuries.
Like, it's like a limbo week.
And we are still talking cricket thanks to KO, but could you just check whether there's any more about Eddie Jones than the job with Japan? He hasn't denied it. He just said he doesn't want to talk about it, right? But I'd fucking forgotten that he'd signed a 4-year contract. It's like, why would you even be doing that?
Doesn't make any sense.
There's nothing more official. It's all just
Yeah, I'm not
talking
surprised by
heads.
that. He would have just
putting their
pushed
thumb.
that
Yeah,
away.
yeah.
Point is, very unlikely, punters and dribblers, that we win the Rugby World Cup. Although not impossible, I will concede that.
Not impossible. It'd
Not-
be the greatest win of all time.
But I'm turning my attention now to
Cricket
World Cup,
Yeah.
which is very winnable.
The problem is as well with this Rugby World Cup is it's just like nothing has been worth getting up for. Not a single moment in the Wallabies fucking tournament has been worth getting up for. Nothing. And now that they're out, almost, there's not a whole lot more I'm going to be getting up for. Like maybe New Zealand, because obviously I have, and you too, Edward, just proud, thick New Zealand blood running through our veins. Thick. But like, what for a 2:30 game against fucking who? You know?
Big call.
Big call, especially when the cricket's on.
Especially
Fucking
when the cricket's on.
In a reasonable time zone.
Especially when the cricket's on. In a reasonable time zone. 7:30 start, Sunday night? Yeah.
Plus, we're coming into summer now, babies. So cricket's what we want.
And need.
And I just can't wait to see it. Tonight, there's one on?
Yep, tonight against Pakistan,
Mwah.
7:30.
So we're against Pakistan tonight?
Yep. Did you see, just before we move on from rugby union, did you see that video of Rando?
Oh, in the crowd watching the Namibia
Yeah,
game? Was he
with-
in his fucking beret?
He was in a beret and I believe a Namibia jersey.
Guy's a mess.
Guy's an absolute
Kid's a mess.
Euro
He's going
travel
nuts.
mess.
Kid's a mess. Pure and simple, kid's a mess.
Kid is a mess.
But yeah, on the cricket as well. So we had a warm-up game against the Netherlands, which was abandoned due to rain, but we had them 6 for 84. Mitchell Stark with a hat-trick.
Oh,
Good.
Some absolutely
tell you what, the warm-up
devastating
games are
Yorkers.
getting absolutely zero coverage. And I mean, they are warm-up games, so who cares? But like, you really need to go searching for warm-up game content.
Mitch Stark, hat trick. That's good. White ball work, Stark, baby. That's what
he's
we
back.
need.
Yeah, the India warm-up game, there were some good signs as well. Warner, 56. Mitch Marsh, 96, got out, which was
Good.
devastating.
Well,
Smith
not good, but good
and Marnus
signs.
both got in the 70s.
Who?
Smudge and Marnus both in the 70s.
Oh,
Good
this is
signs, good signs.
This is
Yeah.
good signs. This is playing possum, dude. And you're starting to wake up when the tournament kicks off.
Yeah. We're starting to wake up.
Yeah,
We're
just
coming out of our
starting to wake
slumber.
up. Yeah.
We're coming out of our slumber. Big time.
Big time.
Love that. Koori World Cup, KO, starts Thursday, rip in.
Punters dribbles, as we were saying before in the boxing, Tszyu, Brian Mendoza are coming right up. I think it's October 15th. Do your own research, pretty sure though.
Yep.
We sat down for a chat with Timmy Tszyu a couple of, maybe a month or so ago. It was actually fucking mad. We had to hold it back because we wanted to drop it closer to the fight. But cool dude. I loved, I think there's understandably a perception with Tim Tszyu that he's sort of quiet. Fucking couldn't have been further from the truth.
No, he's a dude.
He's a dude.
He's a serious dude.
Rolled in, duded up, looked cool as shit, had a cool car, rolled in.
Duded up.
Duded up.
Yeah. Vibe.
All the way up.
Big
duded
vibe.
Up.
Big vibe.
And it was actually kind of good because it was like when we yarned to him, he wasn't in the rigorous intensity of camp. The fight had maybe just been announced. I imagine as you get closer to the fight, which is when he does most of his media, it's a bit more like you're amped up.
He was pretty relaxed.
He was chill.
Very relaxed.
He was chill.
Had a great yarn with Tim. Fucking really, really enjoyed it.
Comes out Sunday, 6 p.m. as per usual for the interviews. Sunday, 6 p.m. Australia. What's Hamish McLennan says he was worried about that he was going to get glassed.
Where?
Hamish McLennan, Chief of Rugby Australia, came face to face with the menacing personal consequences of the Wallabies' wretched World Cup campaign. The incident occurred the night after Australia's pool stage exit was all but sealed with a 40-6 loss to Wales. That's right, we did lose 40-6 to Wales. Forgot. McLennan, who during his career in media advertising marketing has answered the boss demand, says the vitriol directed at him for investing in the Eddie Jones project that so far has yielded just 2 wins this year and left the Wallabies poised for a pool stage exit in the first round has gone beyond professional criticism. Sitting at a table in a restaurant in Lyon with his wife Lucinda, brother and his wife, an Australian fan circled his table for several minutes before pulling up a chair and placing a glass of milk in front of him. He ordered me to drink it. McLennan said, I took a sip. He told me milk was what all he and his family were drinking following the Wales defeat. He sat there for 10 minutes. He was particularly aggrieved, which I understand, but I think he crossed the line. It got so messy. I thought he was going to swing a punch at me or try to glass me. It was ugly. It was embarrassing for me in front of my family, and everyone was shocked. I haven't told anyone before now, apart from friends. I guess it's a sign of the times. We escaped to Annecy to get away from it all. And when we got there, we met some Wallaby supporters wearing Wallaby Hawaiian shirts and caps. He said they were pretending to take pictures of the scenery, but I knew they were instead taking pictures of me. It was pretty funny. I could then overhear them saying, I knew it was him. Bruh, get over it.
So someone asked him to drink milk and he was scared for his life.
He says he was worried he was going to get glassed. Guy, now listen. Fucking bizarre choice of troll on him as well. Like, oi, drink this milk. But
I don't get it. All me and my family have been drinking his milk. What's he on about?
thought he was going to glass him. Listen, McLennan, glassing is not for the rugby union fan. That is not the violence of choice.
And if you're going to get glass, you're not going to be asked to drink milk first.
No.
You're not going to see it coming.
That's as violent almost as a rugby union fan gets. Skull this milk, you pussy.
Yeah.
And then when you have it, you go, whoops, it was skim. Hope it tasted bad.
Yeah.
Like, what's the...
Hamish scared for his life there, having to drink milk. That's his rugby union story.
That's also like, why the fuck, when nothing really happened there, right? Like, nothing happened. Obviously, that's a bit uncomfortable. You're getting put on the gronk in front of your family. But, like, why are you coming out and talking about it? Like, that's sort of a bit... Is that victimy, or am I being mean to Hamish McLennan? Is that like you're trying to make, hey, don't fucking shit on me about Eddie Jones because a guy fucking made me scull some milk in France while I was on holiday in Lyon? We had to escape.
Oh, God.
What are you talking about, dude? What do you mean?
You had to scull milk.
What? Some fucking... I don't mind a big glass of milk.
Dude, I would have been like, fucking oath.
Thanks, man.
Love that.
As long as you didn't have a sip first.
French milk too?
From the bosom of a cow? Not from an udder. In France, they're cow bosoms.
I can taste it now. It's
Yeah.
thick and creamy.
Cow bosoms, dude.
And it's delicious.
Yeah.
Ice cold too.
Yeah.
That's what I got in my head.
Yeah.
Hamish McLennan's played a bit of a shocker there.
He
I think.
has. Oh, he's going to glass you.
You were given a gift, a beautiful gift.
It also
the
sounds
bosom
like
of a cow.
It also sounds like you were in control of the milk because he put it down in front of you and said, drink it, and you took a sip. So I don't know how, unless your like glass control was fucking poor.
So you were scared you were going to get glassed. He put down a glass of milk. You drank it, and then because if you were in such fear of getting glass, why would you give the glass back to him?
Why would you give it back to him? He also said that the fan was circling him for 10 minutes like a great white circles a boat. He didn't say the great white bit. That was me adding some poetry to it. But what the fuck is like, where are you where a guy can just walk around you for 10 minutes and you go, hey, can you fuck off? Stick up for yourself. Now, he could have been huge, in which case that may have been a little bit more fearsome for you to do. But like...
Was he by himself?
He's with fucking 4 other people. He's with his wife, brother-in-law, and their wives. If that makes sense. Wife, brother-in-law, his wife. I'm not saying you got to get up and fucking throw down, you know, purely for the request of a bit of milk from the bosom of a cow, but like, what the fuck are you doing, dude?
Get it together.
Get it together. Anyway.
Anyway.
Bye-bye.
Could you two just not talk anymore?